Well, there's no disgrace in losing to someone the caliber of BT Gunn. No doubt about that. Lucky Ken, I say so.
Oh, wait, what's that? That's John Klinger. Oh, John Bambo Klinger, what's he doing here?
Now, Candy, hang on a second. You've seen this before.
That's won the title in the moonsault. The cover from Kanji, and Kanji retains the Women's Championship. Coyle in agony from the Hendry lock.
Could be a broken ankle in the future of Rory Coyle if Hendry has his way.
Coyle! Coyle with that stepping arm. Obvious disqualification for that videotape in the mouth, and then you'll shatter his jaw here. Hendry! Oh, Primate music! Oh, he's here! Primate's here! Primate, the tag team partner for Joe Hendry, and unstoppable! Saves Hendry from Kieran Coyle!
My LED shades. Don't you dare lie to me, Phantasmo!
I would never lie to you, boss.
Never fear, as this seems like a job for General Ameen. Right, so I have three main suspects here, but that's not enough. I need to be out there. I need to be in the thick of the action. I need to be on the battlefield. I need to know who stole El Phantasmo's glasses. I mean, why would they steal El Phantasmo's glasses?
Why? Here's why. Yes. I have absolutely no idea.
I like the way that you think, young man. I have an interesting proposition for you. An interesting proposition. You see, I am very busy. I am about to go on the battlefront. I'm about to find out who stole El Phantasmo's glasses, and I need one man to hold the fort. Hold Defiant together. That man will have the power to call the matches. He will call the shots. Well, you know, as long as I'm in this investigation. And that man is you, Simon Miller.
Me? Well, I tell you this, I've had time to think it over, and I would love to help you out, Prince Ameen, but only because you remember last year we had that tag team match. We had a good time, it was fun.
It was fun.
I got my head busted open. We don't need to talk about that, don't worry about it. But you were there for me, so right now, I'm going to be there for you. I will do it, I'll take this on while you do this investigation.
Thank you very much,
You're
Simon
very
Miller.
welcome, my friend.
Now,
You're very welcome.
This is my office, and as for me, to the battlefield!
General Manager, Prince Ameen. Wow, Dave Bradshaw here with James R. Kennedy. And James, tonight, our main event, PAC 1-on-1 with David Starr.
Hey, I can't wait for that, but don't forget we've also got the announcement of the new Defiant Breakout Division, one of General Ameen's new schemes, and that ain't all, Bradshaw.
Yeah, as if that wasn't enough, we've got much more coming up for you, including a tag team open challenge. That's coming up right now. Impressive, looking to make 2019 their year, and they may just do it. Defiant challenge. But if that video is correct, oh my God! Wow! Joey Hayes, the Models, have been one of the top tag teams on the British scene for over a decade now.
Yeah, never mind that though. Look at what they have. They have style. Look at that strut.
Goodness me, I'm in shock to see the Models here in Defiant. Hope and Hayes. What is that cowboy hat about?
I'm lost for words. I'm just looking on at all.
Even you wouldn't
I'm
wear
taking
that.
fashion tips from these guys.
Is that a poncho? Goodness me. They certainly do not lack self-confidence, and that has taken them a long, long way in the past decade or so.
Delicious Danny Hope, hot stuff Joey Hayes, and for the South Coast connection, Lord only knows what they're thinking right about now.
Well, these two clearly have that strut honed from years on the catwalk. But being inside a Defiant wrestling ring is a world apart from being at a fashion week, because SCC, the South Coast Connection, as I mentioned, have developed something of a ruthless streak. We saw it a couple of weeks ago, and whereas based on their CV over a prolonged period of time, you might think that the Models would be the favourites here, but SCC, I don't know, there's something about them at the moment.
Yeah, they've got a new attitude, if you like, certainly in terms of how competitive they've been, and they also have some experience, some worldly experience. You know, they've been to Japan. They're different, Dave Bradshaw. These are two different young men than we saw that came in with Will Ospreay a long time ago.
What is Hayes doing?
Again, I'm speechless.
Well, Hayes has not scrimped on the tassels, has he?
Hey, go big or go home, that's what I say.
Side headlock from Hayes on Ashley Dunn.
In all serious, the Models coming here to Defiant Wrestling, that puts every other team on notice, simply because of the experience they have for the best part of a decade as a tag team.
Loaded has proven to be unpredictable in a couple of ways already. We've only just been on the air for 3 or 4 minutes here. We already know that we have a new assistant to the general manager, and Simon Miller. What do you mean, ugh?
Don't get me started.
Obviously, Prince Ameen finding things more difficult than he realised he would as general manager. He's to bring in reinforcements.
And Ashley Dunn now, showing his pace, showing his speed.
Yeah, speaking of reinforcements, Hayes could do with some after that kick to the jaw from Dunn. Kick out on 2.
And Kelly Six on the ring apron, encouraging his partner, keep the pressure on. Don't give these veterans, oh, there we go, there. That might be the first mistake.
Danny Hope.
Speaking of tassels.
Yeah, new level of tasselage from Danny Hope as a roll up for a 2 count.
Is that a word? Tasselage?
Look it up. Hope with a forearm to the face of Ashley Dunn. Dunn's been in there quite a while now. You see Six is anxiously trying to reach for the tag.
Yeah, and this is where Ashley Dunn certainly doesn't want to be.
Got right into the waiting boot of Hayes. Goes Dunn as a snap suplex floats over into the cover. Does Hayes a kick out on 2 from Dunn. Well, we are at the start of momentous was the word I used to describe it. It will certainly be momentous. It will certainly be memorable. Later on, our main event, the product David Starr in a first-time ever match against PAC, the man that gravity forgot. Let us know who you think is going to win that huge main event. Join the conversation online using the hashtag #WeAreDefiant.
Yeah, we're just getting warmed up here on Loaded. What a match that is going to be, but hey, this one turning into a hell of a match as well.
Dunn continuing to suffer a lot of punishment, still able to hang in there, but you see he's Now with increasing desperation, trying to crawl his way to 6, and these frequent tags from the models showing just how experienced these two are as a team.
How frustrating this must be for Kelly 6. Sees his partner in distress, and there's absolutely nothing he can do about it.
I mentioned the ruthlessness of SCC. Well, Joey Hayes very much has a ruthless streak. Anyone who's been following Hayes' career throughout these past years will know he's one of the most underrated talents in all of British wrestling.
Yeah, don't let the flashy outfits fool you. These guys can get the job done. They're as ruthless as they come. That's why they've lasted so long in the shark pool that is the British professional wrestling scene. You have to be tough to last a decade.
It must feel like he's been in there for a decade for Ashley Dunn at the moment, and Danny Hope, a little posterior action there as he takes to the sky. He took too long.
There we go.
Preening, I guess would be the word you'd use. Here comes Kelly 6. Finally the tag to 6. Kick into the face of Danny Hope. Kelly 6 on the forearm. The second run up. 6 has been waiting to get in there, and you can see now firing on all cylinders. Kelly 6 measuring Hope. And 6 launches himself right onto delicious Danny Hope.
And now Kelly 6. Well, he better get, yeah, he's going to get Danny Hope back inside the ring. That's where you win it. What a win this would be for the South Coast Connection if 6 could get the job done.
Quick fire strikes from 6. 6 will go to the ropes here, and 6 got caught by Hope. Here comes Joey Hayes.
Oh.
Hayes with the enziguri. Hope still the legal man. Hayes shouldn't be in there. There's a neck breaker. A cover and a kick out again to keep the SCC in the match.
Well, these models ain't just pretty, they're damn sure effective as well. KJ veterans. We just saw an example of that. All 4 men inside the ring.
The referee's lost control here. There's a inside cradle from 6 and a kick out from Hope.
Starting to break down here.
Actually done. Got his leg caught, but there's a double enziguri on Hope.
Quick 1-2 punch, so to speak.
Oh, hang on, this is how we saw SCC pick up the win a couple of weeks ago. A devastating move if they can hit it.
There's no coming back from this.
Kelly 6 has Hope in position. Ashley Dunn off the top, the double footstool. 6-6 down on Hope. And SCC pick up a very impressive win.
Here are your winners, the South Coast Connection.
Kelly 6 and Ashley Dunn continuing to impress here. This new era for Loaded may become, if SCC get their way, the South Coast Connection era in the tag team division.
Well, that's one hell of a win, no doubt about it. I mean, the models came here full of hope, no pun intended. They wanted to earn their stripes here in Defiant with a big win, their first appearance on Loaded. Well, but at the end of the day, it's the South Coast Connection, Ashley Dunn, Kelly 6, who stand with their hands raised, and they have something on their minds.
Yo, works now, doesn't it? This has been a nice change of pace today, because coming to Defiant's normally a little bit disheartening. Hey, no, don't jump down my throat just yet, guys. Right? So, we get a lot of good praise online, on your forums, and the Facebook groups, and the Discords, and yet we come here, massive pop for Discord. That was nice. And then we come here, and 9 times out of 10, it's a bit negative, should we say? I mean, we came out here as an established tag team, and then we faced that Benji guy, and
It's a dog's name.
You've got a dog's name.
Right. And he fought with all his heart, but he lost. We're the type of guys you can walk up to at the merch table at the bar in the back, you can have a chat with us and we'll give you the time of day, unlike other bigger stars. So, to try to figure out why people weren't getting behind us, we had a chat. We decided something needs to change. And we decided maybe we should spend a bit more time on you guys. We should spend a bit more time reminding you who we are, because you seem to have forgotten. Hey! Quiet down.
Gotten into these two.
Oh,
Newcastle
that's really
doesn't like it.
because I'm about to tell you. We are the South Coast Connection, and we were brought into Defiant. We were brought into Defiant by Will Ospreay.
It's true.
Good friend, New Japan Pro Wrestling's own Will Ospreay. You are discounting his hard work, his troubles, everything he's done by discounting us, because we are his boys. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back, we're going to phone Will up, and he's going to hear about what each and every one of you has been like. He's going to hear about Prince Ameen making us jump through hoops. And what he's going to do... Excuse me. What he is going to do is send a nice little email to Defiant Management and fix our problems for us, because we are the South Coast Connection, and we are about to get elevated.
What on earth?
I have to say, I like this attitude. You can't argue with anything they said, Bradshaw. Everything was 100% true.
You talk about entitled. Kelly 6, Ashley Dunn, saying they're going to get their pal Will Ospreay to fix their problems for them. What?
So Lana, how do you feel about facing B. Priestley at the upcoming event Unstoppable?
Did I agree to face her? Did I?
Haven't you heard? It's been made official and it's now a Falls Count Anywhere match.
What? What? What?
Wow, a huge announcement there. We now know that Lana Austin against B. Priestley at Unstoppable is going to be Falls Count Anywhere.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide for Lana Austin. B. Priestley will chase her all over the building if she has to. Falls count anywhere.
It could be hazardous to be in the crowd that night, but if you want to be there, wearedefiant.com/tickets if you want to be there live. Otherwise, you can see all of the action at access.wearedefiant.com. And if you are a new customer, if you sign up in time for Unstoppable, 30 days free is yours.
What are you doing?
Just paying for parking.
Tell me where Phantasmo's glasses are.
Why would I know where his glasses are?
I know you, Benji. You're new around here. Yeah?
What, that makes you
Coming in here?
Sort of thief?
Yes.
I mean, I don't even know what the problem are. Why don't you get some other ones? Only cost like, what, £2?
Interesting. Thank you for your time. To the battlefield!
On behalf of Defiant Wrestling, it gives me the utmost pleasure, and it is indeed a personal pleasure to introduce you to our very special guest at this time. He is a former 7-time World of Sport World Champion. He is known all over the world. As a matter of fact, he once teamed with the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. He has wrestled many epic matches with the likes of Rollerball Rocco, Fit Finlay, and he is also responsible for training the very best in professional wrestling, past, present, and future. Some of the names include William Regal, and the British Bulldogs, and so many more. Please give a warm Defiant Wrestling loaded welcome to our guest at this time. He is simply the best, England's #1, Marty Jones!
Jones!
Great honour for us to have Marty Jones, British wrestling legend, here with us this week on Loaded.
When you talk about wrestling royalty in this country, this man definitely right up there.
As Stevie said, he has trained some of the best. He has wrestled the best in the world, and he has seen it all. What a life, what a career, and what a moment for us here on Loaded to have Marty Jones in a Defiant ring.
Was that Marty or Marty? First of all, thank you, Mr. MC, for them kind words. And secondly, I'll commentate about them later on. It's great to be here. And when somebody tells me that British wrestling is finished, just take a look at this. You are the people. It's great to have a locker room and a roster full of great talent. This is the first time here, and definitely not the last. Now, what I am doing here, ladies and gentlemen, is that, unfortunately, the great times that I've had up in Newcastle, the great times at Middlesbrough. How many goals did they score today? Less said. It's the only thing they're good at. But serious, we had some great, great times up in this area, in this neck of the woods. And also we've sank some few beers around here as well. And I'm not talking about the wrestlers, I'm talking about the women. No, we had some great, great times. And the reason why I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, is, one, after not hanging my boots up, but having 3 operations on my knees, I didn't want to pack the game in. So now I run a successful wrestling school in Oldham, and quite rightly, like the MC said, I'm taking stars from the past, present, and the future. And what I'd like to do at this great occasion for me to see so many people here in a packed house is introduce you to 2 people that I'm very, very proud of. And the 2 of my trainees, and they've only been in the business 6 to 9 months. I want to tell you the names. You'll understand that wrestling is in the blood. It's in the genes. And I'm honoured and privileged to introduce to you Mark and Thomas Billington, who, for them people that don't know, these 2 are the nephews of the late, great Dynamite Kid. And will you kindly keep the applause going, because Dynamite Kid's brother is with us somewhere tonight.
Here they come. What a way to kick
Ladies and gentlemen,
off the breakout division.
I give to you Mark Billington, Thomas Billington. They're known as the Dynamic Duo. Take a bow. Okay, I'm going to spring a surprise on them now. Don't get too big-headed now, you've had your fame, and I was going to say bugger off, but you're not. With your permission, ladies and gentlemen, it's very, very rare that this happens, that you get 2 talented brothers like this in the ring together. They do it in singing, they do it in all sports. With your permission and with your applause, I'd like you 2 to do a demonstration match for about 10 minutes.
Well, let's see what these 2 have got.
Newcastle seems to dig that idea.
We've got the referee, we've got the ring, we've got the crowd. And I'll tell you something, when I tell you this is how British wrestling is all about, I'm telling you, forget the brotherly love, these two knock crap out of each other.
Well, let's find out. The Defiant Breakout Division getting underway. It's unbelievable, I've got goosebumps, with nephews of the late great Dynamite Kid.
Yeah, Thomas Billington on your left, on the left of your screen, and Mark Billington on the right. Ready to give us a demonstration, if you like.
They are just 15 and 17 years of age. As Thomas gets to the ropes, the shoulder block takes Mark down, body slam, and well, we heard it from Marty Jones. These two have wrestling in their genes.
It's unbelievable when you see the talent coming through in British wrestling.
Well, Jones said that these two have been only in training for 6 to 9 months, but you would think they've been going for much longer than that. Look at this. Arm drags, one after another from Mark Billington. What a proud moment, not just for Marty Jones as their trainer, but as you heard, Dynamite Kid's brother, Mark Billington Sr. is here to see his sons compete here.
And what a proud moment it must be for him. Honestly, to see the lineage these two men have, it's unbelievable, Bradshaw. It really, really is.
Monkey flip, but Mark Billington held on to the wrist there, and Thomas trying to counter after counter from these two. Lands on his feet, there's Mark. Wow, so agile, both of them. Handshake between brothers.
Yeah, the handshake didn't last long though. You heard Marty Jones.
Sibling rivalry can often be the strongest of all rivalries, and much as these two are both honoured to be, look at that.
The neck strength. The neck strength it takes to do that is unbelievable.
His hands behind his back. Mark with the leapfrog. Thomas this time lands hard on his back.
Oh, nice leg trip there, the sweep. There's another.
Mark just a step ahead of his brother here as Mark Billington, who's going up to the top turnbuckle. Mark off the top, the drop kick. Takes out Thomas. Mark kicks up.
And now, I think he's going high again, right to that third floor.
Here comes Thomas. Mark took too long. The drop kick into the chest of his brother. Thomas has got Mark in a dangerous position here. It's a superplex. Both men landing hard, but
that could be it.
Thomas, he should go for the cover. Instead, he's going to try and put the exclamation point on this. Clothesline with some authority from Thomas. Snap suplex, very much like his uncle.
And now Thomas going to the second floor. Oh, big knee.
Right into the side of the head.
You heard Marty Jones. These young men are a tag team. If they'll do this to each other, imagine what they do to their opponents.
Hang on a second. Oh my God, tombstone pile driver from Thomas Billington.
I repeat, if they'll do this to each other, imagine what they do to their opponents.
Flying headbutt. Oh my God. The nostalgia going through my brain right now is unreal. And it's the same for everyone here in Newcastle. Both these young men landing hard. That suplex goes to the outside. Marty Jones is checking that they're both okay here.
A look of concern on the face of Marty Jones, and with good reason. Thomas and Mark Billington spilling outside the ring, and they hit that ramp hard. Not only that, the arena floor.
Referee up to a count of 8 and roll back in.
Right on a 9 count. The last possible second.
Listen to this crowd. There's SCC again. SCC are here. SCC are putting the boot in here to the Billingtons.
Well, SCC said earlier on tonight that they had a change of heart in their opinions towards the
dynamic duo have been dispatched from the ring.
Marty Jones can't believe what he's seeing.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
This was supposed to be an exhibition of the future of British wrestling.
We are Will Ospreay's South Coast Connection.
Who cares?
They do, clearly.
You've had your match. Why are they back out here?
Hey, other than that being perfectly acceptable in 2019, I feel like this old gent over here, getting all flustered in the face, typing in all caps on your Facebook account. Would you like to have something to say?
Oh, I'm telling you.
Give us a piece of your mind.
Careful what you ask for.
Linsky, I ain't touching him.
Kelly 6 challenging Marty Jones to
Thank
get in the
you,
ring.
Mr. Linsky. Before we got rudely interrupted, could you kindly show your appreciation for these two boys? What does it feel like? What does it feel like to step in the ring for the first time and get an applause like that? Let's hear it one more time. I'm just going to leave it at that. And the reason being, don't you ever call me an old man. Right? And I'll tell you why. Because who the hell are you? And by the way, while I take my future stars away, my advice to you, Mr. Will Ospreay is a very great, talented wrestler. And whatever he's teaching you, he ain't as good as these two boys. And also, have a word with your hairdresser because your roots show.
It's the same hairdresser as mine.
Well, SCC, I think they were jealous of the reception that these two young men, Mark and Thomas Billington, were getting here in Newcastle. Clearly, the ever entitled SCC can't handle not being the centre of attention even for a moment.
Well, SCC always wanting to make an impact, leave an impression. They've certainly done that on the Defiant Breakout division.
Since I returned and won the Ringmaster tournament, I was the most dominant man in Defiant Wrestling. And what did you give me? Not the respect I deserved, not the respect I earned! I don't even pander to you. I won't even speak your language anymore. Oh ja, versteht ihr? Ich werde Deutsch reden. Wenn ihr wissen wollt, was ich spreche, kauft euch einen Duden. Das ist ganz einfach. Ja, ich kann 2 Sprachen sprechen, nicht so wie ihr. Ihr seid ein Haufen Müll. Euer Land ist ein Müll, ihr seid Müll. Alles hier draußen ist Müll. Selbst dieser Raum hier ist einfach Müll. Seht ihr das? Da steht German Psycho. Oh ja, das ist ein Part von mir, der ganz lange versteckt war. Und ich wollte ihn nie wieder rauslassen. Doch es sind Dinge passiert. Es sind Dinge passiert in meinem Kopf, die mir keine andere Wahl gelassen haben. Die Badness hat übernommen. Sie hat übernommen. Und sie wird dir Schmerzen zufügen. Ja, genau dir. Und jedem anderen, der mir im Weg steht. Die Feind ist nicht mehr sicher. Denn der German Psycho ist los. Und wisst ihr was? Ich werde kommen, um mir zu holen, was mir zusteht. I will thrill you.
Well, did you understand a word of that?
Don't look at me.
Well, John Bad Bones Klinger at his psychotic worst, and we now know that next week here on Loaded it will be Klinger one-on-one with the man he assaulted on Loaded last week, Lucky Kid.
And how ironic is that name, because there's nothing lucky about going on one-on-one with the badness. John Bad Bones Klinger now.
Lucky Kid and John Bad Bones Klinger next week on Loaded.
This has been a while coming. 801 days. Defiant. I think so far I've maybe given you a little bit too much credit. Just told you to watch the tapes, and if you did, you'd know what I've been talking about. You would have found those little frames, those little Easter eggs, those little breadcrumbs. But some of you haven't. So I want you to do me a favour. I want you to put your hand in your pocket, take out that phone that you're so attached to. I don't want you to go on Twitter. I don't want you to go on YouTube. I want you to go on maps. I want you to put in a postcode. November Echo 6-2 Hotel Llama. I want you to hit enter. I'll take you to the yard. See, this hasn't been some type of twist. I told you good filmmakers, they do reveals, and this has been a long shoot. 801 days. That's about 2 years, 2 months, 10 days since I set foot in the yard. Since I set foot in Holt's yard. Since I set foot in WCPW. You remember it, Jay, don't you? You've got the Built to Destroy. The Primate versus the Iron Man. You couldn't get the job done, Jay. Nah. You need a little bit of help from a friend. Didn't go according to plan, though. I mean, we were promised the world. Everybody knows that. Everybody remembers that. You'll get merchandising, guys. We'll fly you to America. You'll be on weekly TV. Didn't work for me, though. See, something happened that night. I found out that the Walk Culture fans, the WCPW fans that would become the Defiant fans, they weren't ready for me. Yeah, I got taken into a room and I got told that I was a bit too nasty for YouTube, that the Walk Culture fans weren't ready to see someone like me. And what did you do, Jay? Did you stick up for your friend who came out and helped you when you needed them? No. You put your head down and you just kept going. You became that little company man. You got flown to America. You got your merchandise. You became the face of Walk Culture. Then you became the face of Defiant. 801 days. 801 days. Jay. 2 years. 2 months. 10 days. They took this video nasty and they let him rot on the cutting room floor. So what did I do? Did I feel sorry for myself? Nah. I just kept doing what I was doing. I kept making movies. I kept being the sickest boy in professional wrestling. I know, sure enough, whenever you needed some help, Jay, whenever they needed someone, you came crawling back. You picked up that old case off the shelf, you blew it off, and you brought back a cult classic. 2 years, 2 months, 10 days. I waited for the chance to show you that I didn't forget. I didn't forget that you didn't stick up for me, that you weren't there to fight my corner. Nah, I just waited. I started pre-production. I don't care if you're called WCPW or you're called Defiant. I don't care if you're called J. Melrose or the Primate. I've been the same since day one. I've been the same since the first time those cameras rolled in that leaky little warehouse in the yard. I told you I was coming here to make movies. I told you we were going to make The Rise of the Sick Boy. Jay, this is just the start. Remember the yard, kids. 'Cause that's why I'm here.
Dear God, it has been years indeed in the making. What was that?
Well, normally, Dave Bradshaw, I'm just speechless, that's all I've got to say.
The following is a singles bout, set for 1-4. And this contest has a 20-minute time limit. Coming to it this time, hailing from Sunderland, and weighing his match at 280 pounds, Conor Renshaw.
Well, Conor Renshaw getting ready for action here. No disrespect to Renshaw, but I'm trying to process what we just saw in the yard. Well, we now know what the yard is. It's a reference to the venue where Defiant Wrestling, or WCPW as it was in those days, recorded its first tapings. It turns out Coyle was there.
Yeah, it seems he was everywhere that Primate was. I'm telling you, this man's such an ominous individual, Rory Coyle, but we're going to try our best to get on with this match.
Wrestling out of Birmingham, West Midlands, and weighing tonight, 280 pounds, Omari!
Yeah, we're going to try and get things back to normal here, and Omari is getting ready to face Conor Renshaw. Amari, of course, one of the breakout talents here in Defiant during 2018. And Amari, recently, of course, we've seen him in some matches against Lucky Kid.
He's had his issues with the professional Nathan Cruz as well, Bradshaw.
Yeah.
You have to believe that'll be in the back of Omari's mind here tonight.
Yeah, well, Amari, I'm sure wouldn't like us to dwell on it, but as we know, Omari was the victim of a vicious assault in the locker room a couple of weeks ago at the hands of Nathan Cruz. Omari had to spend the night in the hospital after that, but fortunately no serious damage done.
Whoa, there might be some serious damage after that big suplex from Renshaw.
Very important here for Omari to get back in the win column. Must have dented his confidence, the sheer aggression of that attack from Cruz.
Whoa. 2019, a huge year for Omari.
Omari with the gut wrench. Powerbomb!
Talk about breakout stars.
Great power from this young man, Omari. I've said to you a couple of times in the past few weeks that Omari is one of my picks to really rise to the top here during 2019.
Yeah, but Nathan Cruz obviously feels like Omari's the one who should show deference to him. Everything to prove to the professional in Nathan Cruz's mind.
Moves like that double foot stomp, which is why I think Cruz feels threatened by Omari. It's the Ozone! The Ozone very quickly from Omari. They cover, and Omari's going to win it.
Here is your winner, Omari!
Omari, victorious. We talk about a way to get your confidence back. Omari with a victory here with the Ozone. Conor Renshaw, I don't think he knew what hit him there. And now Omari wants a microphone. Everyone's got something to say tonight.
So, Nathan Cruz.
Popular here in Newcastle, evidently.
You thought it was a good idea to come and attack me mid-interview a few weeks back. Wasn't such a clever idea, was it? Well, if Mr. Professional was so professional, then he would come and face me in this ring next week. And we'll see if he'll try that crap again.
Omari laying down the challenge. Omari wants a piece of Nathan Cruz next week here on Loaded.
Right, my dry cleaning has not been done. I need my suit. Miller, I hired you to do my dry cleaning. What do you mean you don't know? You didn't know this? Stop asking why. Just get it done. Stupid Miller. Ruining my show. Kirby, you're already in the room.
Oh, sorry,
already in the room.
Prince Akeem! Prince Akeem, how's it going, brother?
I'm good.
You good, man?
Actually, I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came here.
Yeah, I've heard you wanted me.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, actually, that's true. I did ask for you to come.
You asked for the Interweb champion?
Well, that's a mighty
You've
impression.
got the Interweb champion.
Well, the interwebs are extremely happy with your performance. You know what? YouTube's blew up. Blew up. The amount of likes and follows you got on that whole YouTube. Telling you. But we are here for a more important thing.
What's cooking?
You know where El Phantasmo's glasses are. You have them in your possession.
What?
That's right. I know you do, Kirby. Only you would do something like this.
Why would I do that?
Give me the glasses.
I'm not guilty of that. The only thing I'm guilty of is stealing the show.
Oh.
Why would I want these glasses? They're rubbish.
No, they're brilliant. They light up and they do all these things with the and they're like pow, 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 pow. They're great.
Nah, now to do with me. And you know what? While you're here, pal, I've been thinking, since I am the king of the interweb, I've decided I'm not even going to defend my title anymore on YouTube. They don't deserve to see me.
See, Kirby,
they should pay to see me.
See, Kirby, it's funny because over here I have the Defiant rulebook.
Yes.
Right there. By General Ameen. I wrote
General?
it. That's right.
Are you in the army now?
Anyway, page 424, paragraph 13, section A, point 3. The internet champion must defend their title for free on YouTube. There you go, right there.
Well, you say that though, but have you read chapter 9, subsection C, sentence 4 of paragraph 9, which clearly says, if I win the title from a guy from Europe, I get to decide if I want to defend my title or not on YouTube. And guess what? I don't. So, there you go. I'll leave that one with you.
Why did I put that in there? To the battlefield.
Lately, I've had a lot of problems. I've had problems with Jimmy Havoc. I've had problems with the anti-fun police. I've had problems with everybody. And you know what? I'm sick of it. This is a new year. It's not a new me. I'm still the same old arsehole I've ever been. But something's gonna change. See, I'm coming for the anti-fun police because you guys have been a thorn in my side for too long. Next week, I am calling any one of you out. I don't care how many of you I have to face. You are gonna be a problem in my life no more.
Wow, well, next week's Loaded is starting to shape up very, very nicely indeed. We now know that Omari will get his chance at revenge against the professional Omari one-on-one next week with Nathan Cruz. We also know, of course, that it's going to be John Bad Bones Klinger against Lucky Kid.
Yeah, and that's not all, Bradshaw. We've also got Mark Haskins. He's going to look to prove a point. He's going to take on 2 men? 3 men? We don't know. He's going to take on the anti-fun police anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure Haskins has fully thought this through. Anyway, that's next week, but what about this week? We are not done yet. Oh no, not by a long shot. Coming up next, our main event for the first time ever. The man that gravity forgot, PAC against the product, David Starr. It's coming up on Loaded.
I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. Yeah.
match we have been waiting for weeks. An enormous opportunity for this man.
The following contest, it is an on-title bout set for one fall. And it has a 20 minutes time limit. Heading towards the ring this time, he's the premium puppy. Your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, the Jewish Turner, the physical charisma, the most entertaining man in professional wrestling, the Bernie Sanders of professional wrestling, the best of the best, Mr. David Wrestling, the 140 man, the big event, he's really good at his winner, the king of course, the product, David Starr!
David Starr has his eyes on the Defiant World title, but the champion Rampage will not give him an opportunity unless he can earn Rampage's respect. Well, what better way to earn that respect than to put in a career best performance here against the man that gravity forgot.
Without hyperbole, Dave Bradshaw, this is the biggest match of David Starr's Defiant wrestling career to date. And yes, he's been in championship matches before, but he will earn one perhaps if he can earn the respect of the Defiant World Heavyweight Champion Rampage. But in order to do that, he's going to have to go through PAC, and that ain't easy.
A hometown return about to happen here on Loaded.
Towards David Starr, I don't know what is. Robbing his championship success literally in the face of the Jewish Cannon.
We have seen some moments here in the O2 Academy throughout the history of Defiant Wrestling, but this one is up there.
Yeah, strap yourself in, we're just getting started.
What a reception. What a reception for PAC. The atmosphere in here is something else. I would be doing it a disservice to describe it as electric. It is more than that.
Let me tell you something. Gravity means nothing to PAC, but winning this match means everything to David Starr. Everything.
It is deafening here on the banks of the River Tyne.
Unreal. David Starr has been through the ringer here in Defiant Wrestling. One of the most popular pro wrestlers on the planet today. Kind of being usurped by the hometown hero here tonight. He can't let that rattle him though, Bradshaw. There we go.
It is a testament to the popularity of David Starr that even on this night, with the homecoming to Newcastle of PAC, that there is still considerable crowd support here for the product.
Well, everyone in this building, man, woman and child, they've all been on this journey with David Starr. He's almost become Defiant Wrestling's nearly man over the past year or so, and it must be so frustrating for him. He feels he's so close to being the man here in Defiant Wrestling, but first he's going to have to get through this man, PAC.
And it bears repeating that, of course, Rampage, the Defiant World Champion, is watching every single twist and turn of this one.
You have to believe that somewhere Rampage is watching intently to see. He wants David Starr to prove himself here tonight. Are we going to see it? Let's find out.
Well, we're seeing it right now. Going to take over a shoulder block, but PAC immediately kips up.
Look at the shoulder tape on that right shoulder of David Starr. You can't believe for 1 second PAC hasn't noticed that.
Great fast thinking there from Starr to take PAC off of his feet. Now Starr with the headlock, PAC trying to get back to his feet here.
This crowd electric for our main event here.
PAC lands on his feet. There's that acrobatic ability that has made him famously world over.
Oh, you talk about disrespect. David Starr had to put up with, in his mind, a ton of disrespect. That might be the final straw. They're chanting for you, Dave Bradshaw.
You need to behave yourself, but...
And look, to my point earlier on, David Starr ripping off that tape.
There is a portion of this crowd for whom PAC can do no wrong. That was actually pretty disrespectful what he did towards Starr there.
Yeah, you have to forgive him though. He's home, he's fired up.
Well, that was fairly clear. Newcastle loves their prodigal son.
Well, for anyone who didn't catch that, allow me to repeat. Nah, I won't bother. You heard it loud and clear. And look at this. David Starr just picking the ankle.
Yeah, Starr's having to focus pretty hard here to take the crowd out. This will take that large portion of the crowd, at least, that are pro-PAC, and try and focus on his strategy for all of the pomp and circumstance around this return to Newcastle of PAC. This is a very important night for Starr. Ruthless press from Starr and tries to force those shoulders down. PAC had to bridge out of that one. Starr into the corner, goes underneath. Trying to match PAC for speed here, and he's doing all right. There's a hip toss. Starr puts on the brakes.
Oh, turnabout is fair play. We use that word disrespect. Look at the face of PAC. He feels every bit of disrespect.
PAC can dish it out, but can he take it?
Oh, this is risky strategy from David Starr.
PAC with a pronounced temper on him, as we're seeing now.
Now outside the ring. Trust me, this isn't where the product wants to be.
PAC was about to move into a different part of the arena. Looks like PAC wanted to send Starr into the crowd. PAC is interacting with our fans here, and you're going to send Starr back into the ring. No, he's not. He sends him face first into the ring apron.
And it's worth saying, Dave Bradshaw, David Starr is no slouch, but look at the physical shape PAC is in.
Back first, right into the crowd barriers. There goes the product.
And I bring that up because I get the impression in the early moments of this match, this could be a long one, and if it is, you have to believe that physical conditioning will come into play.
Yeah, clearly, PAC is in the shape of his life, but David Starr is a fine athlete as well, and you see it here because Starr showing some resilience. Take PAC off his feet on the ring apron. Here comes Starr, and PAC puts the brakes on there, and then some with that kick to the head.
Still reeling, lucky to to sit down on the ring apron, if anything. Could have had a nasty spell outside the ring.
Now, hang on a second. PAC is headed to that part of the world where he's most comfortable. And the man that gravity forgot. Being shown by Newcastle that Newcastle has never forgot. PAC going to send Starr back into the ring here.
Gravity? Who needs it? Not that man. He can do special things inside and out of a pro wrestling ring. And look at PAC stalking David Starr, waiting to pick his spot.
And once again, it's his first instinct to head to the penthouse, the top floor,
where he's most comfortable.
PAC! Dropkick takes out Starr.
David Starr won't be very comfortable right about now.
Kicked out on one though. That is a statement from Starr, the Jewish canon, reminding PAC that he is still here. This homecoming victory for PAC is absolutely not guaranteed because David Starr, as I said, with many reasons of his own, that he needs the win here.
Well, I'm busy waxing lyrical about the conditioning of PAC, but you and I sat at ringside and watched David Starr in that No Regrets Rumble last year. We have watched him go toe-to-toe with some of the best one-on-one as well, take them to their limits. Conditioning ain't exactly a problem for David Starr either.
You said it, Starr has been the nearly man here in Defiant so many times over the past year or 18 months.
The Ringmaster tournament as well. So many moments you can chart back. The frustration builds inside his soul. What it would mean to him to get the victory tonight in the main event of Loaded.
He's been within touching distance of the internet title on a number of occasions as Starr. But now he's, we said, got his sights set on that world title. And he is, I would hope, and I would think, is earning the respect of the world champion Rampage with his performance so far, because Starr has hung in there very effectively so far with PAC.
Well, I'm going to say, and pardon my language, but David Starr has been a little bit pissed off at Rampage for believing he doesn't deserve a shot at the Defiant World Heavyweight title. He has to use that fire to his advantage here against PAC.
Yeah, Rampage saying that Starr needs to earn his respect. Well, Starr feels like that he hasn't been given enough respect for his efforts here in Defiant over these past few months and years.
And maybe that's the case, but maybe from Rampage's perspective, not to put words into the champion's mouth, but history doesn't remember the losers, only the winners.
That from Starr, right across the knee, the back of the head of PAC. Great impact there, and that has temporarily had silenced parts of this crowd.
Yeah, but they're right back with it now, enjoying every second live here in Newcastle of PAC versus the product, David Starr. And who can blame them?
We are completely sold out here in the centre of Newcastle. The Starr has stepped into the Lion's Den here in what is largely hostile territory, although he clearly has some fans and he's not been intimidated. He has not been put off. Starr is a runner. Went to the face of PAC. PAC will counter. Starr to the turnbuckles, trying to push PAC backwards. Gets those shoulders down for two.
That's all it takes is 3 seconds. No wasted motion.
Look at this from Starr. He'll go to the top rope himself. He's pretty comfortable up there himself.
Yeah, he's really good at Twitter and really good at elbow drops as well.
The cover from Starr, and Starr almost spoiled PAC's party.
I think there's an element of surprise in this reaction from this Geordie crowd. It's not only people from Newcastle that are here, Dave Bradshaw. People have flocked from all over the place to see PAC wrestle once again in this country. But I think they're shocked by what's happening.
It just might be, and they'll be even more shocked if Starr can pull this off, and he might, because look at that from Starr. David Starr got caught with the inside cradle, and 2 count for PAC. Starr to a kick to the side of the head.
He caught all of it.
Yeah, PAC might be out. PAC might be out. Starr for the win, and right shoulder goes up.
And every time every single time his opponent kicks out at 2. David Starr, it just adds another level of frustration. It bubbles, it eats him up inside. You can see it, he wears it across his face.
Is it frustration? Is it determination? Is it self-belief that is starting to creep in here for Starr, that maybe he can win this?
It could be a conflicted combination of all 3 of those emotions.
Starr is lingering here behind PAC, and he's looking for the product placement, that trapped German suplex. It's an elbow into the side of the head. PAC clearly knows that is the move that Starr is looking for.
Oh, and another one, the point of the elbow, right to the nose almost.
Look at this now. Starr rolling over the back of PAC, looking for the submission, and PAC quickly breaks himself free. He'll send Starr to the ropes. No, he won't. There's the counter. PAC ends up on the apron. PAC launches himself at a cutter. A huge cutter launching over the top rope. That is just how dangerous PAC can be in the blink of an eye.
And David Starr, he's almost halfway between being unconscious and being lucid and with it. Grabs the rope, needs it to regain his bearings. And crucially, Dave Bradshaw, think of the time that buys PAC to roar back into this main event.
And it is PAC who seems to know where he is more than Starr. PAC, the running uppercut.
There's a look of almost quiet confidence about PAC at times.
That has taken the air literally out of Starr, but also out of the portion of this crowd who are supporting him.
This is a bad position for David Starr. He's fighting back as best he can.
David Starr so determined not to just be a footnote in this return of PAC, but maybe to shock the wrestling world here with a victory over PAC.
This is why they call it high risk. So dangerous.
Whoa! Superplex from the man that gravity forgot. The cover from PAC to win it, and Starr just not very convincingly, but just got the right shoulder off the canvas.
Yeah, you were just about to say David Starr somehow kicking out of that. Not quite a kick out, just managed to remove that shoulder from the canvas at the last possible second. The look of anguish on Starr's face is quite telling at this point in time.
That pain is etched across his face as Starr is finding out here just how difficult it is to take on one of the absolute best in the world in PAC.
Grabbing at that neck. Everything must hurt at this point.
That shoulder that was taped up earlier seems to be a bit of a problem for Starr here as well now. And PAC, well, you hear what the crowd are calling him, and that part of his personality is coming into play here as he taunts Starr. Starr refers to himself as the king of taunts. He may have a contender for that throne.
And I don't believe this is what David Starr wants to get into with PAC. When it becomes this emotional, it's dangerous.
Look at this. A brawl breaking out, and PAC puts an end to it with a super kick, but Starr in the end. Oh, Starr
went for it one more time.
Yeah, went for the cutter, didn't get it. And drops the head of PAC right on his knee. It could crack a skull.
That could be a shift of momentum, a crucial one in this match.
Starr with a handstand and a
cartwheel to break.
Clothesline! What a lariat! A lariat from David Starr!
Is this Starr's moment?
A second one! Turns PAC inside out! Starr to win it! Oh my God, no!
And chalk up another major disappointment for the product. He had to believe that was it.
Again though, is it a disappointment or is it a sign that Starr is getting ever closer? That time just a 20th of a second away from victory.
I wish we could get into the mind of the Defiant World Heavyweight Champion Rampage and find out what he makes of all this.
Anybody has to be impressed by what you've seen from both of these men.
And where do we go next? Where does David Starr go next? I think he has a plan.
Starr with looks like a light bulb went off in his head there. I'm not sure what he's planning.
Is it turnabout's fair play? Is he going to go for a big superplex like he just suffered moments before?
Maybe that is exactly what he's doing. Starr has got PAC deposited here on the top turnbuckle.
Well, it looks like it is, Dave Bradshaw.
Is PAC going to suffer the same fate as his opponent? No! PAC with the counter. And that's left Starr very much in the wrong part of town.
Newcastle feels it.
The air is thick with anticipation here in the O2 Academy. As PAC takes to the sky. No one there.
And here we go. This is Starr's chance.
Starr looking for the submission. Starr trying for it. He hooks the leg of PAC to stop him getting to the turnbuckle. Oh my God, is PAC going to have to tap out in front of his friends and family here?
So close, yet so far. Reaching for the other rope now. David Starr, look at the look of desperation on his face. Oh, the leg. The leg of PAC.
Yeah, Starr was so focused on keeping that left arm away from the bottom rope. He didn't realize the left leg was free, and PAC in the end used that only spare limb he had to keep himself in the match.
This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome!
The crowd loving every second of this, but that is not important to David Starr. What is important is the victory, and it could be just seconds away here.
From sadness to anger. Oh, look at this. David Starr says it's ready. I'm ready, rather. It's about to be finished. He wants that title so badly.
Starr looking possibly to end it here. Is it a pile driver? What's he going? He's looking for the double underhook, I think.
Sure looks like it.
Oh, Lariat this time. PAC doesn't go off his feet. How did PAC stay upright there? I think he's going for a Canadian destroyer in the end, though. The only person he destroyed was the referee.
David Starr just realizing that he caught the referee, glanced him right on the back of the head, it looks like. That's not good news for David Starr.
Starr continues to the low blow. Maybe he is a bastard.
Would you watch your mouth?
PAC's mood has changed in the absence of a referee.
He's going high one more time. The referee never saw it.
David Starr in all kinds of trouble. PAC in the air, landed like a red arrow. Back to cover, and PAC is your winner.
Here's your winner, the Open Dream Team Champion, Bastard PAC!
What a match. What a main event. There are times when a match lives up to and indeed exceeds the hype. The hometown return of PAC is one of those moments.
The Open the Dream Gate champion. He certainly opened the gateway for Newcastle tonight, but has he closed one for David Starr? That's the $1 million question. What does this mean for David Starr's future?
Starr may have lost here, but an incredible showing from David Starr, who more than held up his end of the bargain in a instant classic here on Loaded.
Yeah, you said it. And David Starr, every time he wrestles, he leaves a piece of himself behind in that ring. And tonight was no different, but it just wasn't enough. At the end of the day, Dave, that man right there on camera leaves the winner.
PAC walks out of his return to Newcastle, his Defiant debut as the victor. Oh my God! Talk about a meeting of two heavyweights, not just in the literal sense, but in terms of their influence in the wrestling world. The Defiant World Champion Rampage
We asked the question whether or not Rampage was going to be paying attention to that match. Well, we knew he was, but we didn't know he was going to come out here
and what
in
is
a dress.
What is his verdict on David
Starr's
Starr's performance?
Well done. You did a hell of a job, and you finally won my respect. You want your title shot? Unstoppable? Let's do it, me and you.
Rampage finally granting Starr his wish for the title shot at Unstoppable.
That's what David Starr wanted all along. The respect of the champion.
February 9th, Unstoppable is going to be Rampage and Starr for the Defiant World Championship.
Yo, Rampage, wait 1 second.
Wait a minute.
Obviously, I accept your title challenge at Unstoppable. But I need to let you know, I don't need your pity. I certainly didn't need your respect. The only thing that I need is that Defiant World Championship. And Unstoppable, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, and I'm gonna be holding that championship. Because David Starr is really good at professional wrestling.
David Starr with a call of defiance here on Defiant. Starr, the product. Will he be the next Defiant World Champion? What a night here in Newcastle. We will see you next week here once again, Unloaded.